Oh, I remember what I wanted to talk about now. Growing up, Generation X. What that was like for those who don't know. As soon as I'm done being lost here, there we go. Is it this way or that way? Let me see here. I think we can go here. All right. But yeah, like Gen X, like we're like the forgotten generation. You know, whatever. I'm fine with that. I don't care that much. Most Gen X don't. It's just how we were. But people will ask me sometimes, wait, which way do I go here? To go back this way, I guess. But they'll say, like, what, like, the stuff you hear, is it really true? Like, you drank from the hose, and you stayed out all day, and you were alone all the time as kids. And yeah, that's exactly right. Like, how we were portrayed in movies. And you ever see, like, movies from that time where, like, the kids are out on their BMX doing all this crazy shit. That's what we did. We left the house, we never went back in. And the only reason we didn't want to go back in and why we drank from the hose and all that shit is because if you went in the house to get something, your parents make you do chores. So it was just easier to just stay out. So you just go out, you hook up with your friends, you hop on your BMX bike, and off you go. And we go into the fucking woods everywhere. And we'd just be gone all day, and we're like 7 and shit. Hell, when I was 7, I was babysitting my newborn brother. Our boomer parents didn't give a fuck about it. They were like, go outside, come back when the lights are on. I mean, even then, like, when I was like 10 and shit, or 9 or whatever, pretty young, like 8 or 9, 10. My bedroom was in like the basement part of the house, so I would just open up my window, I'd sneak out, and I'd go to my other friend's house, and he'd sneak out too, and we'd go fucking run around all bloody night. Our favorite game to play used to be like Dodge the Cars, where you'd see a car and you'd go hide in the bushes or something. And another game we used to play when we were like 12 or 13 is you'd see a cop, and then you would look at him, make sure he saw you, and then you would run and get them to chase you. And eventually, you know, they'd catch you or they wouldn't. And then when they catch you, they'd be like, why'd you run? To see if you chased me. Like, that's the kind of shit we did, right? Because, you know, we didn't have cell phones, so we didn't have no phones to play on. But we had the first Nintendo and like in television and shit. Sometimes your other friend might have Atari, so we just go to each other's houses and play on the different systems. Because I had like one friend had a Sega Genesis, and I had like Nintendo, and another friend with like Super Nintendo later on, and another friend had Atari, ColecoVision. So we had a Commodore. We'd be able to run all that shit. So that was our gaming, but for the most part, we'd go outside and just we're on the bikes all the time, or we get like multi-pump pellet guns and shoot at each other. The only rule being you can't pump it more than once. No shooting in the face. And I'm sure some people are hearing this right now going, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Well, now you know. Why we got so much trauma. Our movies were like, they didn't give a fuck you were a kid. It was fucking just traumatizing shit that we shouldn't see. We didn't care. We watched it anyway. I remember watching like Freddy Krueger movies when I was like 12 or something. 10. When did those come out? 83 or something? I think it was like 11 or something. And we're watching, we're all fans of Freddy. We're sitting there at home taking the steak knives and making our own Freddy gloves. Taping them to some garden glove. Your mom's like, whatever, all the steak knives. Well, never mind. Or we do butter knives, whatever. Whatever was around. What am I on? I see you cut me off. Asshole. The Admirals. Oh, by the crappy tire. Okay. Oh, I could have went that way. Whoops. That's okay. We're only gone 30 kilometers so far. Well, 29.9. It's going to change to 30 any second. But I mean, that's like Gen X childhood. That's what it was. It was just, you just went out. You hung out with any. There wasn't really any racism either. Like there was, but not with us kids because we didn't care. Like, we see another kid, we didn't give a shit what color you were. We hung out. Let's go fucking play. Right? I mean, I grew up in Canada too, so it might have been different here. Maybe in the States it was more racist. I don't know. But I never really saw any racism until like 90s TV shows. Because I had like friends every bloody color in the world. You know? I had Asian friends, black friends, like all of it. We didn't care. As long as you were relatively cool, we'd hang out with you. We watched the Goonies. We're out fucking exploring bat caves and shit, literally. Like out in Medicine Hat at the time, I think it was. And you go out in the coulees, there'd be like these caves you go in, and we found a bat cave one time. We crawled in about 30 feet in this small little tunnel, and then there's a big room, and the other guys start shining a flashlight. Oh, there's a big room here, and they look up. Oh fuck, it's all bats. Get the fuck out of there. But we go all over the place. I was like 14 and 15. I used to jump on the box cars on the trains and just take them wherever they went and hitchhike back. Or sometimes catch a different train back if I was lucky. Sometimes I look back at some of the stuff it's a miracle most of us Gen X are even here, considering the crap we did. Not all of us made it, you know. But yeah, we were the first generation to get fucked over by the boomers. They took everything and left nothing for anybody. Fed us a bunch of bullshit lie. Yeah, go to school, get an education, do all this shit, and life will be good. And then we did all that, and life wasn't good. The biggest lie they ever told us was trickle-down economics. There ain't nothing trickling down. The only thing going down is shit, because shit rolls downhill. That's a lesson that I learned in life. Fucked up time. Storm. I've never heard of that road. Yeah, right now I'm kind of just following this road and see where it goes. Which is another thing us Gen X kids used to do too. We get on our bike, we just go a direction. Nobody wore helmets either. Nobody wore padding. You see those photos of kids jumping over other kids on their bike? Yeah, we did that shit. That's all true. What road is this? Helmucken. It's like weed over here. Let's keep following this road, see where it goes. Fuck it. We're on an adventure. Hell, I saw the movie Back to the Future. I used to skateboard too when I was a kid. Next day, I'm out fucking grabbing onto the school bus and riding my skateboard out, attached to the school bus, going up hills and shit. That whole don't try this at home shit, we tried it all at home. We watched like wrestling, we'd be fucking out fucking having our own matches in the backyard. Or we'd be doing like karate on each other. RV park here. At some point, I'll figure out where I am. Not right now, though. Or we'll get incredibly lost. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I feel like at some point there'll be some road I recognize, and I'll just turn up that. If not, I'll just go back. I mean, who knows? I might wind up in another town. Who knows? I think I still got 5 bars of battery because I'm mostly pedaling, right? So I'm not using much power. Just a little bit on the hills, really. But yeah, basically I'm an old Gen X metalhead. Started out with my mom. I used to just listen to whatever my mom had for records. So the first music I got exposed to was like Pat Benatar and Ozzy Osbourne, Led Zeppelin. That's what she had, right? And then there was like Quiet Riot and fucking other whatnot stuff. And then I found Metallica in like '87, and big fan there. Oh, another trail here. And then after Metallica, I found Slayer, and then Overkill, and Testament, Death Angel, Creator. Just all these great like thrashy bands. Oh, I think I might know where I am. Holy shit. Kinda. Yeah, if I go over here, I'll be on the other trail. Huh, how about that? Well, let's go back this way. But, and then like later like '90s, I got into like Cannibal Corpse, like Eating Back to Life. That was the first record I heard of theirs. And then like the Bleeding and stuff. Still listening to Cannibal Corpse today. I probably like the Barnes era Cannibal Corpse the best. Nothing against the Fisher albums. I like those too. I think some of their best albums were those old ones with Barnes, like the Bleeding and Eating Back to Life and Tombs of the Mutilated, Butchered at Birth. Like just some awesome albums. And then like with Fisher, like I would probably say Wretched Spawn's probably my favorite that he did. Like that's just a fucking awesome album. And then there's Red Before Black, their newest one too. I'm blanking on the names. Like the newer albums, I find with nowadays I never remember titles anymore. I gotta look at my shit. Oh yeah, because I don't listen to albums like the same way when I was like younger. Like when I was younger and I listened to an album, I'd have the fucking album art in my hand, fucking staring at the lyric sheet or whatever, and every little thing about it. And nowadays, new metal album, I just throw it on and play it. I don't even look at it. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, that's a really awesome song. What's that one called? And I'll check, and then I'll remember it for like 5 minutes and forget it. I guess that's the getting older part. But yeah, I can still remember like Metallica record songs, like just like that, like all the stuff that was, I never forget those titles. Yeah, Bolt Thrower was another band I got in later. Monomart, black metal stuff. Just more extreme as life went on. Went through a Marilyn Manson phase for a while. I'll still listen to him once in a while. I was thinking about change. Either way. The guy beside me had like a milk crate in front of his bike, like strapped on. He had 2 pools in it. Kind of funny. I do find though that with death metal especially, like everything after 1995 pretty much all sounds the same. I still like it, but I don't exclusively like it. If that makes any sense. I like it in small doses. Because every now and then I'm like, you know what, I want something really fucking heavy, and I'll listen to some death metal. But I do find like the stuff after 95, all the songs are just too much about speed and beats per minute. I call it math metal now. And they don't write quality songs like they used to. Like, give me Stripped, Raped, and Strangled again, you know, that was a great song. Or Hammer Smash Face. Now a lot of it's just forgettable.